Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
We are playing D&D.
We are. You might have heard of it.
Call of Cthulhu.
Oh,
that was
really?
last week.
D&D. Damn it. Hang on. Let me put my character sheet up.
Similar but different.
All right.
Oh, Nathan, you leveled your character.
Oh, I know. You simply look, the D&D Beyond servers are a little bit slow today, but yes, no, I managed to level up in the last update or server tick rate or something. I don't know, something technical. Very, very technical.
So you DM'd last time, right?
You did.
Yeah.
Last time in The Fading. What happened, Nathan?
What
Give us a recap.
Okay, let me just break it down for you, boys. Hi, my name's Nathan. You might remember me from last time I DM'd. I don't remember much, but we had a dinner. It was very important. Ben can beatbox, which is amazing.
Nathan, sorry to interrupt, Nathan, but there's an empty bottle of alcohol right behind you, which does not make you two actual empty bottles.
Not a good look.
And I just think that you don't make a very reliable reteller of stories with it.
My name's Nathan. You might remember me from such times when I DM'd, because I don't. But we had a dinner. It was amazing. It was great. There was festival. There was food. Everybody's happy until there was one person who wasn't. And then they made fun of him. Then they went out the back. They made sense about it. But then the big thing was a few of them went to the church. And in the church, there was some stained glass windows. And they saw all the towns that they could go to. And that was the recap that I remember.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine why we don't record these in advance, because that was so clear.
That was unbelievable.
Okay.
No, but I...
What happened? I don't remember that.
Clear as mud.
And one of the towns was where we wanted to go, and then we set off, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the closest one.
No, that's Johnny's telling us. Johnny, tell us.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Look, if you're watching this and you just watched the video before, then you have a much better idea of where we're up to than Nathan does. You might even want to put a recap in the comments, and we'll pin it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
thanks, John. I'd love to say
our brave
Wait,
adventurers.
Are we asking our viewers to tell us what we got up to?
Yep.
Well, yeah, because Nathan's recap
we don't know.
left a lot to be desired, and the rest of us have no idea.
Well, Johnny, you're welcome to go, Johnny. Johnny, what's the recap?
I don't remember anything more than that, but you know. So
he's telling more story.
What I'm here for is the next installment.
Nice.
You are on a journey. You're heading down the Pilgrim's Road. Which way? Southwest. You've left the town of, what is it? Weisfeld? No, that's where you're heading. Weissmere. You've left Weissmere.
Weissmere, yeah.
And you're heading southwest towards Weisfels.
Excellent.
And the people of Weissmere have furnished you with provisions for the journey. Just whatever they would normally
mushrooms.
Whatever they would give to pilgrims on this pilgrim's road. They've generously aided you with rations, and I don't. What else do you think they might have given you?
Just tried mushrooms, just lots.
Mushrooms.
Lots of mushrooms.
Better shoes, you know.
Yeah, I reckon they gave you a pair of shoes.
No, you got custom-made shoes.
Great custom-made shoes.
Yeah, but they were too soft.
Plate mail armor.
Then you had a go at the cobbler, and
you did.
Got called out for it.
That's right.
They supplied plate mail armor in Weissmere. I don't know. Does anyone know?
They wouldn't.
No. Oh, yeah.
I don't think anyone in the town could create it.
If Nathan was a reenactor paladin, he would go, look, I can't afford metal plate armor, so I'll make boiled leather plate armor, and it will be a substitute until I can get the real thing.
All the people who can do leather work were making shoes of various sizes and types because the protagonist wanted shoes.
I'm like reverse that girl who went to the ball and lost the slipper.
Yeah, your tank currently has AC 11.
So you've got +1 to AC Eriostra to armored shoes.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Can we in fact get some sort of armor? Maybe just a breastplate,
or a shield,
just for one
a single breastplate, so the other breast's still exposed. Because
like
a breastplate.
like Amazonian,
are they called
right?
breastplates?
Definitely.
Like a
Yeah,
pair of,
exactly right. They're not called breastplate.
terrible.
It's breastplate.
Hey,
are we really?
breast.
Are we really doing like the whole like pair of pants? Like, you know, but it's only one pants. But you don't have a single pants. You have a pair of pants, right? Do we have a pair of breastplates?
Yeah. But that's the
going to
whole.
start calling it.
That's the whole thing, of
Why
course,
don't we
with trousers.
All right, I think
What's a
we can
trouser?
allow
Johnny,
Faradis
take
the
control.
breastplate. Let's
Thank you.
allow
Yes,
Faradis the
breastplate.
breastplate.
I'm
I think
at level
that's fair.
3. I've gone 2 levels without armor, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yes.
happy.
I think you'll need it.
Breastplate.
So, Weisfels is a long day's journey to the southwest. In this part of the land, it's pretty sparsely populated. These little villages are kind of dotted along the Pilgrim's Road, and they're pretty spread out. So you're not likely to come across a great deal between A and B, but it's pretty flat. You're kind of going parallel to the coast. It's not like you're going up and down massive mountain ranges or anything. So it should be doable, I reckon.
Doable
Do it
in what kind
on
of time?
foot? Or are we going to take horses? How do we get there?
Johnny reckons we can do it, so I reckon let's just trust Johnny with it.
Pilgrims walk, I suppose.
Pilgrims
Yeah.
walk.
The full experience, yes.
Don't we have one a donkey
Yeah.
or an ass?
Yeah,
A
with a
mule?
We
cart.
do have an ass.
I thought it was a mule.
A
Yeah.
pair of
We had a
asses.
mule.
I
Yep.
think we've got a pair of ass.
I don't know if we still have a cart though. I don't recall.
Yeah.
Oh no, we had the cart because the cart we kept firing the cart away and the ass was attached to the cart.
All right.
Okay, I don't
Okay.
remember the character's name, but we
Cadass.
gave the donkey.
So if so some of us could ride sometimes. and
Oh,
we
I
sort
have
of
the name.
We can hustle.
Well,
because
you
of
can
the
never
mules
ride because
thing.
you've got shoes now. You walk
Yeah,
all the time,
The
Eostra.
mule's name is
But my new shoes might pinch.
the mule's name is Jerkle.
Right.
Jerk.
And of course, for those of you playing along at home, a mule, of course, is the offspring of a male donkey and a female horse. Not to be confused with an ass.
So,
That'd be
I'm just
nasty.
having
Or
a
any.
look at my map here, and I reckon it's close to 30 miles.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So those who like to play these things by the book,
Yeah.
it's
We're going to do this turn-based. Is that right, Johnny?
Yeah.
All 30 miles. Yeah.
roll for initiative.
I've got a,
I walk. I walk
at 5 feet at a time.
I stop and pick flowers. No!
6 seconds at a time.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
you stop to pick flowers and you're now like 2 turns behind. So you're walking 10 feet behind everybody else.
I-
You're like,
I-
And pain.
I have
I
a
skipped to
walking
catch up.
speed of 40 feet, so I get there 25% faster than everyone
well,
else.
I've
right.
got
Oh,
a
yeah,
walking
but you've,
Slower.
I'm
that is an
25.
intriguing way to split the party, Derek.
Oh, no, I'm
You've just
faster.
split the party.
Oh, that's
right.
good. Aren't you like a halfling?
25% of 30 hours, dude. I mean, that's like,
Weird.
what?
There you
8?
go. Well,
Oh,
What's your speed, Eustace?
I'm 25, but it could be because I've an archetypal thing that says I go faster, where I fudge the numbers.
Okay, so
cheat.
anyway, let's say you
Nimbleness or something.
you're
Having-
arriving on the outskirts of Weisfels
Yeah.
in the very late kind
yeah.
of sunset. What do you call
Sounds
that?
good.
the gloaming.
Twilight.
The gloaming. The
Twilight.
gloaming.
Oh,
I like
I
that.
like it.
So you can sort of see, that some, rather than just wilderness, there are some rudimentary kind of fields and farms and things, little kind of farmhouses and sheds and whatnots are dotted around. And so you kind of feel like, oh, we're coming back into civilization again.
Now, the idea that why we're doing this is because we've seen visions of these various cities, a spiked city of towers, a city by the lake, a city of shadows, and we feel like there's important places,
Some kind of information.
or information in all of these.
something.
And
yeah.
That's right.
I think maybe, but also just I think it's like for selfish reasons. I just want to know how to unlock my godly powers again.
It's true.
So
at
at the end of the day, I think from my character's purpose, I'm there to sort of, yeah. I mean, I'm quite selfish.
Is your character of the understanding that they're a god? Because I thought you'd.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah.
Right.
We've all had visions that we are, haven't we?
Yeah, we've
Hey,
all
Ostra's
unleashed
accepted the fact,
godly
yeah.
powers, and we've been told by the gods themselves that we're gods
Okay.
on a number of different occasions.
I may
And
have
it-
missed that.
And Ostra
Yeah.
sort of didn't like the god she is. She was the head of big, powerful, kind of dominant political force that collects lots of cash and is sort of very just and you know and well, yeah, I think she's just. So she's kind of rebelling against her church entirely and being her own woman and possibly
The
growing into
teenage
something
of the
else altogether
gods.
differently. Yes, that's right. But I think we're all kind of coming to the conclusion that there's some sort of path we're on to grow, and obviously Eres has been really helpful in helping us to understand that maybe we're not there yet, which is super cool. Do the
And I
journey
think
together.
that idea of that we understand that there's a reason why we plummeted to Earth,
Yeah, yes,
we-
something black.
and-
yeah,
and there's something that stripped us of our powers, but we're not
Yep.
sure. But sometimes on certain areas, we seem to be able to reach into ourselves and
yes,
display that power again, at least in some form.
yeah.
Cool.
And we know that these cities, we're not like people haven't been given us like a detailed map or anything. We know they're sort of off to the east, you know, and to get to the road that travels east, we have to travel along the coast all the way south first.
And we kind of could see that there was like there was a massive crystal on top of the mountain, and that had beams of light coming off it, and we could kind of see that was where was pointing to these different areas and spaces, and one was going to the top of the church, and that's what you guys explored. And it was coming down, and that was like, yeah. That's a recap.
So
right, Johnny.
Good
At
recap.
the moment it's cold and we've been traveling all day.
And we
I
arrived
want
at a
somewhere
village.
warm and a soft bed.
Is that,
Yeah.
Yes, arriving at Weisfeld.
How much have you been walking, Ben?
Not very much, really. My shoes are kind of pinching a bit, so she's kind of found her way repeatedly into the cart.
yeah, same.
Roll for
Every time you go to
deception.
the car, I think I've told you, you need to wear them in, or you'll get blisters.
Very hurt.
Oh, blisters are the worst for frostbite.
Well, she's had frostbite. I don't think you can get frostbite again once you've had it, have you?
It does seem to be getting warmer as we go south, at least, which is good.
I
Yeah.
do want to go back to that village.
Oh, where you came from. So you arrive in Weisfels. It is a very small, humble little place. And as you're coming in to what you assume is the center of the village, which is about 4 or 5 buildings, you see a farmer walking his cow just down the middle of the road. And he sort of looks at you surprised to see travelers arriving in town, and kind of sidles up to you and says, "Hello there, travelers. Be warned. This is not a good town to stay. We seem
Why
to be
ever not?
plagued by a strange malady. Don't be too
A what?
fearful. It doesn't seem to affect humans, but I'm concerned for your mule. Some of our livestock seem to have gotten strange recently.
Can we look at the cow? What's the
Sure,
cow look
sure.
like?
His cow looks like a cow.
It's not limping or has pustules bursting from its forehead or anything like that.
Not the,
The
no, it
common
looks healthy.
side of sickness is just drenched in pus. Yeah, like
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I do a medicine check to see if there's any kind of veterinary malady that would be,
Visible.
Sure.
well, no, that would affect things that affect horses and mules more than other creatures like humans. Like
Oh,
equine
like a
diseases.
knowledge of just
Horse
diseases in general.
Mad
Yes.
cow disease.
Epidemiology.
Would
Yeah,
that be
roll epidemiology.
Roll
handling?
epidemiology.
Well, unfortunately, in the D&D 5th edition character sheet, epidemiology isn't a skill. I mean, come on, guys.
But I
so it's either
would've.
medicine or animal
I've
handling.
got 35% in this.
Would have been
Which one would you like?
I've got
Epidemiology.
yeah, I've got 2 years.
I don't know, what is that? Is that
Medicine.
It's got to be medicine.
Medicine
Yeah,
or
medicine.
animal handling?
Medicine.
I think it goes
I reckon
under animal
medicine.
handling.
if you
What do you
wanted
have a
to
high roll
actually
in?
examine the cow, you might need animal handling. But if it's
Yeah,
just
fair
your
call.
knowledge, then it's medicine.
Sweet, because I've got a much better medicine check than I have an animal handling check. But I rolled an 8. That's not good enough. I know nothing.
Yeah.
I'd also like to make an insight check to see if he's just lying through his teeth.
Yes, me
Sure.
too.
I believe him.
I believe
I
him.
believe him
You're so
completely.
cynical.
I get
Just
14.
You believe him.
I
Your
do.
cow seems fine. Are there some other animals that have been affected?
Ah, yes. Yes, all sorts of strange things. That's why I'm keeping my cow close by. This is my only animal, you see. But others who keep more livestock have some troubles.
What
What
kinds of
happens to them?
animals has it affected?
Yes,
Oh.
and what happens to them?
All different things seem to happen to all different animals. Just the other day, someone was telling me about a horse that seemed to have grown strange scales on its skin. Or a pig that sort of turned wild like a boar. Very odd.
It's very strange.
But not your cow. Have
I
cows
go-
been affected?
I mutter. I'm thinking something godly.
We have
Does
seen
he
strange
have a
things.
reaction to that?
Ooh, does he?
Does it react to something godly?
Yeah.
I don't say I know much about gods. We do have a priest here. Perhaps you could
where
ask
would-
him.
Where would he be?
Not a priest of Eostra, though.
Ah, that's the one, yes. Yes, a priest of the Ostra.
Oh dear.
It's going to be like Pokemon where you go to the same town and there's like the same people in every town. It's like nurse, yeah, Officer Jenny or whatever it is. Or
I don't want anything to
I mean,
do
I
with
don't want to be
priest of
cynical.
Elstra, no.
Yeah, I don't want to be cynical.
It's a
or
shame
to
because they want to have something to do with you.
introduce, sporting analogies, but priests of the Ostra aren't batting particularly well.
No.
Well, no, ours doesn't seem to be either. He seems to have not particular idea about what's going on with these sick animals.
Is there an inn in the
Yes.
town
It is cold and I'm hungry and I want a comfortable bed at least.
where you're taking your cow?
Yeah, so there is an inn of sorts.
what's it called?
Everyone's
sort of
got
a-
their cows under their arms, just carrying them in.
Everybody in this town has a good
the,
luck
the most
cow.
rudimentary kind of tavern.
We have to
It's,
keep our
you know.
mule safe.
It's only open part time, but it is open at the moment, so you could go there and see what you can gather. I don't know whether they would have enough rooms for all of you, but you could ask.
I can squeeze in with someone pretty easily.
Yes. Let us go.
But I'm just
You
like
don't need a bed
trudging.
for locals, so that's handy.
Mules make very comfortable pillows.
Well, yeah, I'll help unhitch the horses and all that kind of stuff, and the mule and
The mule.
Mule.
and
It's an ass.
struggle to move the wagon and oh no, oh dear.
I've never heard anybody complain more. Like, oh, the wheel's stuck. There's a rock
I get
there.
some
Oh, it's a
help
puddle.
from-
Oh no.
Things are going so well.
Well, I'm
Oh,
sorry that I
Karen.
can't.
I'll help.
I can't.
Just
Just
shut him up.
half me.
Oh no, it's
This friendly
snowing.
I
farmer.
don't see you helping at all.
I'm
Faradis.
just, can I just say, Faradis at this point is like leaning against a tree, out of breath, out of war plate armor the entire way, and is just so tired.
Drenched
Was
in
trying to
sweat.
get up onto the thingo, but somebody said, "Oh, but I've got pinching toes. My left toe was pinching." So freaking had to walk the entire way and who is like 25 speed walking. Oh, he's
having to sort of hop and skip. That's right.
yeah. He looks at his like thighs. They're like it's chafing on the inside because it's not perfectly fitted armor. So he has to like do a little bit of repairs. But like plate.
Eostra sees Faradis doing this and doesn't care at all and goes in to try and organize accommodation.
All right.
Steal his shoes.
Unseen by
going in?
Eostra, Uressa shakes her head.
No. Karen. Oh, no, wait. You'd probably go after her, wouldn't you?
All right.
All right. So inside.
By the way, that was not a reference to anybody, anyone we know. I just want to say, a Karen. Just to be clear.
I certainly don't like the term. I find it misogyny and.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I mean, the whole generation of Jans had to put up with it, you know, and people didn't
Jan.
stop saying that. Exactly.
True, indeed.
And it was a phrase when I was young.
Yeah.
Milking with Murray. I had to put up with that much.
Yeah.
But only people from New Zealand will understand what that actually
Hang on.
refers to.
Milky. That's got to be a rough
Milking
one.
what?
That's got to be
You
rough.
need to look it up on on YouTube. Was it?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh
No,
my
but-
God.
Okay.
Just
Oh.
don't do it in
I'll
a work
let
situation.
I'll let you keep the one Karen as long as we can say milking with Murray 4 times in the next.
Oh.
All right. So inside the tavern.
Hang on, Johnny. I just gotta watch the YouTube video. Apparently, it's a 1980s Milking with Murray.
Yeah, I think if you just
commercial.
search Milking with Murray, hi viewers, look up Milking with Murray on YouTube.
Okay,
you'll
sorry,
find it.
Johnny. Sorry, Johnny. We'll have to do that in.
Sorry.
We'll do that in the break.
We'll go to the break.
We're back. No.
And we're back.
No. Keep going, Johnny. Keep going.
So
keep going.
inside the tavern.
Yes, inside the tavern.
Are sort of 3 or 4
sort of tavern
people dotted around
With their
It's
cow.
very quiet. Yes.
Is anyone playing any gambling games?
This farmer hasn't brought his cow inside the tavern, but he's kind of tied it up to the outside and is sitting near the door and keeping a very close eye on it.
Would you characterize it as a seedy tavern or a friendly tavern or?
Just for the Sirenscape bit.
That's right.
An empty
There are
tavern.
only 2 types.
Yeah, I would say friendly, but
Okay.
but
Friendly
you know.
tavern. Okay.
but
And
it's
what
not
kind of
it's not
level
humming.
What kind of
Oriental tavern?
affluence? What kind of affluence is it? Are we dirt poor? Are we?
Yeah.
Do we have
Yeah.
open fire in the middle of the room kind of affluence, or is there chimneys and things like that?
Yeah, no, we're talking. It's pretty much just kind of the meeting place that all of the kind of local farmers come to of an evening, and you know somebody has a bit of a home brew of something and brings it along, and you know
Oh, right.
has a
So
little
it's-
side hustle.
Kind of a communal thing.
It's very communal. So yeah, I reckon that the fire in the center with a hole in the ceiling and kind of very sort of rudimentary.
Right.
Sit on
Okay.
on a tree stump for a parcel
Rustic.
kind of thing. Very rustic.
Is there
Really?
someone that looks like they're in charge?
Yeah, there's a couple of people who look like they're kind of in charge. There's one person who seems to be doling out some kind of beverage,
Okay.
which sort of makes him the
Beverage, then.
host. And there's also a man who's clearly a priest who's chatting to him.
Okay, I ignore the priest. I go to the guy doling out the thing and says, "Hello, are you in charge of this accommodations establishment?"
Oh, hello, stranger. You must be pilgrims or something. This is our priest
Hello.
Eldred.
Can't get around it.
What
I
god
know-
do you worship there, Eldra?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
us.
a priest of Eostra.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Aostra.
Excellent.
Tell us about
hello.
Aostra.
Yeah.
Eostra is a very important and powerful goddess who brings us great fortune.
Excellent. Lovely.
What
came
is
for
your name, young
accommodation.
lady?
Are we in from the cold yet?
Sure.
What did
if
he
you'd
just
like
say?
to
Did he
be.
say what?
What's your name, young lady?
Pleasant to meet you. My name is Felicia.
Deception?
Deception.
Yeah, I think a bluff check. Bluff
it's a
check.
Bluff check.
8.
It's not very good, is it?
I
No.
definitely think the delivery was worthy of an 8.
Yeah, that was a
Look, okay, to be fair,
Does
it's
he care?
unlikely that he's going to assume that you're lying because you are his god.
True.
But he does think you're
Although,
lying, and he is suspicious of you in general.
Yeah, I just try and back away and get away, and yes.
Father,
change the subject.
I was wondering. This seems to be a wonderfully welcoming inn. Do you have any perchance food or drink that we could partake in?
Or a
We have-
room to rest our head.
We are dry from the road.
Well, yes, Faramond here could probably help you out with a beverage of some kind.
Why did you have to be the one that goes in first? Couldn't
Yeah, I think we come in from the stable. Oh, Eostra, there you are. Out loud.
The
It's
teenage.
not Eostra.
What do you mean you're not Aostra?
What other name do you go by? A fair goddess? Warrior of the light?
Felicia. I think I said Felicia. Call me Felicia.
Why
Felicia.
would I call you Felicia? Is it some kind of strange elvish word for Eostra?
I don't think so.
Yes.
I've never heard.
Yes.
I've never heard. I'm half Elvish. Am I? What? Oh, do I know that? I'm not sure if I know that. I've never heard that.
So cold, and I just want to
Yes.
warm myself by the fire.
We don't want to get entangled with this priest. We just want to get accommodation and.
Isn't he your priest?
They're killing me.
What? Are you saying who will rid you of this turbulent priest? I think that's been taken. Eostra,
Has he
we shouldn't
noticed
be saying
any of
that.
this?
Oh yeah, he's sitting right in front of you. And there's only got 3 other people in this kind of lean-to.
Why don't you trust the priests of your own religion?
Look,
It's not very
playing
friendly.
really-
games.
If anything, he's
Yes.
sort of looking offended that you would make these jokes about his god.
Yes.
Right,
good,
right, right.
excellent. Go ahead.
Oh, can I notice that he's
I mean,
offended?
that's fair.
I'll
and
apologize
everyone
to
else
him.
in the bar as well, right? Because
Yeah.
they're all of Eostra.
And I'm clearly dying where I'm standing. Yes.
Okay, sorry, Mr. Priest, sir. Proselytize, go.
So
Huh?
what?
Preach?
Read,
Is that another word?
convert us. Proselytize us.
Oh, proselytize.
proselytize.
Yes.
Proselytize,
Yes,
right.
Excellent. Excellent. I understand. Yes.
You might have added a syllable there, Benjamin.
That's proselytize. Proselytize.
yes.
Proselytize. I just put the emphasis on a different syllable.
You did. That's okay.
Syllable.
I'm giving the priest permission to convert us to his.
Oh well, I assumed that you were pilgrims, but it seems from the tenor of your conversation that you are other sorts of travelers. What is it that brings you here?
No,
to
I
our
think
village?
we
Why
are-
would we be pilgrims when the god you worship is right here?
We are definitely
this
on a religious
blasphemy?
pilgrimage, though I think it is
She's
slightly different from the ones you're used to.
Oh, this is so unfortunate. Is there anything to drink at least?
Yes, I agree. Drinks.
Or a room
Well,
to rest.
I can interest you in some of this liquor I've brewed. Says the. Well, I guess he's the barman, Faramond.
Oh, this
Faramond.
one.
So he
delicious.
pours you something quite strong and nondescript.
Johnny, I would have liked to have already snuck a glass
Yeah,
and just be having it.
you're already sipping it when he hasn't
Nice.
poured you
I
one.
love Do we have any money of any kind? Like we
No, we've been given nothing.
Do you reckon that the people of Weissmere might have given you an allowance for your pilgrimage?
It says I've got 15 gold on my character sheet, but I may.
That's
have
like our
just-
starting gold of a normal
Starting gold.
character,
Yeah,
but we're
which-
not sort
which
of
we didn't
normal.
have.
We'd have to
Like a
sell some
couple of
stuff,
silver?
you know, like
A couple of silver or something?
Paradis's plate mail. I just have to sell it.
Oh, yeah, that's really
We
bad.
get a lot of cash off
Paradis is
that.
going to pawn his mail he just got.
Yeah, we'll look for the three. We'll look for the 3 balls in Weisfeld, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, and we'll also just use all your spell slots, and then we'll go through and take them.
I don't think you can sell spell
Yeah,
slots. I
I
mean,
think
there's
The
not a lot of
people of
fun in that.
the people of Weissmere do actually have some faith in you. And maybe they took up a little collection upon your
Offering?
departure, an offering.
Wait,
So you might have a few copper pieces. You
Right.
probably don't have heaps.
And a
but,
pig.
And a pig.
It came in the cart.
Who's got the
Yes.
pig? Who's got the pig?
Oh, the pig.
Someone
The
has to
pig's.
have the pig.
I think the pig is currently tied to the
Yes.
mule in the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do we keep our gold on this character sheet?
There's if you just go to inventory, there's a
I have 15, yeah.
button. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of that starting gold
Yeah.
and just give ourselves each like 20
3.
copper pieces, maybe? Or how much do you reckon?
Yeah, I think that sounds all right to me.
20
I don't
copper
know.
pieces?
What seems reasonable?
2 silver
Sure.
pieces. Oh, well, we are in sort of trouble. That's great. Okay, excellent.
Oh, it's very strong.
I'm going
I
to sidle
could
up to this priest.
Water it down for you if you'd like.
No. No.
He's already
I'm
drunk.
gonna sidle up to the priest who we've offended,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna ask him if he's having problems with his faith recently.
Oh, wow. Way to be direct.
Well, Ben,
Classic
Ben depends.
Arresta.
How's your religion? Do you have
Yeah.
crisis of faith?
Wow.
Have you been having issues communicating with Eostra recently?
Because we have.
I beg your
I
pardon.
mumble in the background.
We've just
there you
come
go.
from
There you go,
from Ricemere, and well, the priest there had a bit of a crisis of confidence, saying that he'd been cut off from Eostra's light, and
Not anymore.
we had a bit of a conversation with him about how that might be restored, and perhaps the charging of excessive fees for burial and rites was to deal with it. We had a bit of an experience there. I don't know whether word of it has reached you yet, but I was just wondering if that's been going around. Have you had any problems? Any issues?
I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at exactly.
Do you feel like you're cut off from the gods?
Yes, what my little friend here said. You feel cut off from Eostra.
It's
the
like she's
farmer,
there, but you can't hear her.
the farmer
or
with the
opposite.
cow, kind of chimes in from across the way
Oh no.
and says, "Tell them about the animals you can't seem to heal."
Awesome.
Oh! Is that something you used to be able to do
Spicy.
and are not able to do
Well,
anymore?
I mean, it's a very strange situation. It's yes, it's not something I was trained for exactly, and I'm yes,
Very true.
I'm sure I am doing the best I can. That's just
Well,
No,
These
we-
strange-
the best you can.
strange
No one can
animals.
ask any more than doing the best you can. I think that people
thank
doing
you.
the best they can is what we should all attain for. Do more help than harm. That's what I always say. And be a friend to all. Isn't that right, Eostra?
She
Right,
glances
I looked the
over.
wrong way. Sorry, Benjamin.
So does that think she glances over and sort of narrow-eyed at him as if she knows like a secret or two about his past.
How are you going, Yostra?
shakes-
Hey,
Shakes her head slowly.
So tell us about the pigs and the cows.
It certainly
Something-
seems like a not a natural illness.
Something to do with scales? Is that right?
I've got a little barrel under my arm now. And I sit up on a hay stacky thing. What do they call those little hay bales?
So
Hay bales, I think.
you
pour
don't seem
myself
to be
a draft.
suggesting you could possibly do something about this, are you?
Yes, we're all gods.
No.
look, can I just say,
All of us here are gods.
I think
you've had a bit too much of this.
I
It
think-
takes the
I
top
think-
off you.
I think I can heal things. Yep. I'm just like, just a big pint of whatever is on pouring. I'm like, yeah, no, I can heal stuff. Just
I
too
think we
much
are
plate
all-
armor. I can't move.
I think we are all the gods of our own destinies. Ooh, that was deep, wasn't it? Gosh. Suno,
What?
don't you think that we can all help one another? I think if we all put our heads together, we can come up with a solution. Surely.
Yes.
Oh well, we would be most
Suno.
appreciative if you could
Suno knows
assist
the
us
way.
somewhat.
Suno
there
knows
be,
lots of ways.
Eostra pipes up. Would there be a reward? I know as a priest of Eostra, you know how to make transactions as a central part of your operation. I'm sure you'd be eager to reward us because we may have costs that accrue here.
Oh, yes.
She has a look at Eustace. He
Give
seems
your
to be
god-
accruing them quite quickly.
Give your
Yeah,
god
you're
an
a rich
offering.
one. Yeah.
Sacrifice to her.
Eustace, do you now have a cup in your hand again?
Yes.
Yeah. I've got someone else's. I don't
Like a
know.
pewter mug.
It's just every time you look back at him, he's got
it's-
something
it's
different.
every time
Like
it's upgraded.
It gets
upgraded
taken
to a
off him.
nicer thing.
He's chewing on a salami.
Right, meat.
Is the innkeep like keeping me a record of this so he can charge us later?
No, it's just lucky. No one's really noticing what's going on.
Ah,
It's
good,
just
good,
sort
good,
of
good.
Yeah,
organically happening.
He's kept track of how many he's poured for the group, but he hasn't.
Yeah.
He probably hasn't accounted for every cup.
And these
that
should be like
Eustace
a
has
copper
ended up
piece
with.
each or something, wouldn't they? So we're going to
Yeah.
quickly
Oh
run
my
out of copper
gosh.
pieces.
so stingy.
So yes.
Not
and the
like
reward?
Yostra.
Do tell us.
Well, we don't have a great deal in this town. You might notice.
I
it.
know your coffers would be rich and full.
Why would
Don't
you know
you
that,
lie to
Eos?
me.
Is
It's-
it for a reason?
Stop calling me that. It's not funny.
Sorry.
Yes, I agree. It's
Felicity.
not funny at all. It's
Yes.
quite blasphemous.
But
If you look at it closely,
her name is Eostra.
Oh,
That
but
cannot
if you
be.
look at her closely and look at her sword.
Young lady, what were your parents thinking naming you Eostra?
yeah.
Didn't they call
Blasphemy.
me Felicia? Or something similar?
Your
Roll
companions
blast.
Hang on a
all seem
minute.
to
Have you been
call
lying
you
to us this
Eostra.
whole time? What's going on?
What is the pantheon of your birth?
Yeah,
I'll do deception again. 19.
Oh,
Yes. She's, I don't know, somehow motivated by embarrassment.
I might mutter to Suno. I've never heard of a god named Felicia. Have you? Very peculiar.
Can't walk around saying we're gods. People won't take us seriously. Can't you see the way people are looking? It's so embarrassing.
Oh, why do
Oh,
you
my ass.
care?
I like that we look over at Eustace and he has now like a turkey.
Turkey drumstick.
Yeah, like a
Like-
mess, but a mess. Like,
So
Yeah,
Eldred
insane.
I
the
think-
priest, sort of
Eldred.
looks around and at the few other village members around him and turns back to you and says, well, perhaps we could take up an offering to, as a token of our communal appreciation, if you manage to assist our humble townsfolk.
There's an awful lot of perhapses and ifs in that.
I think
Well, yes, I mean,
think-
I can't speak for them, can I? I would have to ask around, I suppose.
Could you show
would
us
that-
to where some of these afflicted beasts
Yes.
lie?
Yes, I suppose we
or
could do that tomorrow.
or where they were afflicted first. I think, and I think as a sign of good faith for Felicia, I think
Yes.
as a sign of good faith, we could perform the service for the promised inquiry of a collection plate, and then we will show that we have achieved what we promised, and they can show that they will achieve what they've promised. Because I fear that the path to enlightenment for us is separate and different from the path to profit, which seems to be the one you've taken a step down.
I just know that Eustace is eating his way through an awful lot of money that we don't have.
Oh.
You don't run out of this town, do you?
Well, we can
I
pour-
already have like a number of items hidden away on my person.
I think we can. Well, didn't we agree that we could pawn Faradis's plate mail? I mean, I think we've got lots of money.
At this point,
Yes.
Baroness is like with another group of people just starting to try and get a chant going in the background, like just singing with the farmers. It's like,
Something about Lonely Mountain or something.
Eldred is happy with that arrangement. It seems like he's happy as long as the townsfolk are paying and it's not coming out of his coffers.
I think the church should put something towards it because, of course, it will bring the church good repute when we cure the thing that you have been unable to cure. Surely your church would be grateful. Yes, good point, Suno. Match equal to the. Well, hopefully they raise something then, because otherwise it would be equal to 0. Would be 0.
Because
It would motivate the church. Yes.
It would show Eostra's faith in this town, giving us the ability to heal them all, right?
Well, yes. I mean, I suppose. Yes. Oh, okay. I can see the merit in that. I suppose.
Your sermons must be so uplifting and filled with vigor.
Especially with really good wine like this.
Oh,
Someone over on the other side says, "Hey, did he say wine? I didn't think we had any wine."
Apparently, there's probably a cellar of it.
Can I say you cut to Eustace?
Me.
Cut to Eustace. He's got like 4 bottles behind him, going, "Look, these ones."
Popping champagne talks now. Like, what the?
Yes, from the church. Somehow he's got it from the church.
It's got like
My personal stash.
It's got Eostra's face on the front of it, just like.
I love it. Yes. Awesome.
It's a photo of Eostra holding a bottle of wine, like drawn onto the
So I
front
imagine
of the
that
bottle of wine.
that you have an enjoyable evening. It sounds.
Yes.
Okay.
They're so embarrassing.
And they managed to find somewhere for you to stay. Obviously, this establishment doesn't really have accommodation particularly, but you know
There are
Can we
places
keep our
around the
mule
fire.
safe?
as
I'm
they
gonna
can.
nestle
where
down
I'm
with the
sleeping.
mule and the pork.
Yeah.
I mean the
Yes.
pig. Whoops the daisy. Sorry, all you food stuff.
Lay
Yeah,
down with the
just
pork. Is that what you said? I'm gonna settle down with the bacon.
Yeah, exactly. Whoops.
Making some bacon.
Hello, ham. I mean piggy.
So
You
you,
know what,
can all
I'm
have a
one-
long rest.
One step ahead.
Have we
Hey.
named our piggy yet?
I don't think you have, but you can if you'd like.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. That's right. Yes. Backup food. Backup rations.
Pig's name is additional rations. No,
Yeah.
it is breakfast.
Backup rations.
Yeah, because then it's rations of bacon,
Iron.
right?
Iron rations.
Brekkie.
Rations of bacon. I
Rations.
love it.
No, nice.
So it's rations of bacon.
Rations of bacon.
That's so cool.
Rations
Cruel.
We
for
passed
short.
the night. We passed the night. Does our
Yeah.
mule turn into some horrible beast with scales and trying to eat Murray? Or even pork Murray?
Oh, that'd be cool. No, I think I'll leave your mule for now.
Oh, good.
I think we follow Suno's advice in the morning and we try and find out where some of these beasts have got sick. Or are there some of them still sick?
I'm assuming so. They survived the encounter, right? We'll find out.
So yeah, the animals. Yeah, should we? Oh, how are we going for time?
Ooh,
No,
we
I
can have
just
a
meant
quick
as-
break if you want, and we can come back to sick animals.
Let's go.
I mean-
how are we going for time? Does anyone even know?
We're a little bit.
Who's keeping
Oh,
track
Oh,
of
we
it?
didn't start until
about
after
an hour.
8.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
We
have
have
a
been
little-
going for
a little
44 minutes
5-minute
and
break.
28 seconds. All right, we'll see you
Okay.
back soon.
Awesome. We'll see you after Milking with Murray.
Milking.
Everyone go watch Milky with Murray now.
Yeah, you have to go watch
Then
it, and
come
we'll be back, and we'll link in the
And then
description.
comment on the next.
And then you'll come back and you'll be able to say it with the right intonation. Milking
No,
with
I'm
Murray.
Oh God, this is going to be weird. All right, bye guys. Bye.